Hello, everyone. Jesus fuck, I am exhausted. It has been weeks, fucking weeks, since you guys last saw me. And you know what? I don't really. I'm not gonna say I don't care. I do care. Shit happened. Shit always happens with me somehow. You know, as you can tell, I am a hot mess. And it is dark in this room. Some things just never change with me. As you can probably tell. I have not been back on here since. Yeah, it's so bad if even I can't recall, you know shit's fucked. So, yeah, here we are. Weeks. Shit, maybe a month later, I don't know. I gotta check to see how long it's been. I didn't make a calendar. But, no, seriously, it is good to see you guys again, though. For anyone that does pop back in, hey. So we gotta do some catching up, and maybe give a little heads up on what's been going on in the background for a bit. Besides me sleeping, which I haven't really been doing enough of, but we'll ignore that. So, at least what's been really going on with me and all that stuff? Obviously, college and all that stuff. College. That's a given. That's definitely a far given. And a little bit of personal stuff, and hell, even personal stuff regarding me and mom, just fixing stuff up, fixing the house up, all that. Dealing with the dog, he's fucking up the backyard. We are back, bitches. Yeah, and also, really big news. I also want to showcase. There's also regarding Shade, regarding what he has going on now, so we can finally get something going in the future. It's like, oh shit, finally has his streaming stuff. He's getting all that set up and all that. That way, hey, we can do some crazy ass podcast shit and all that. So it's like shit. It's like we can get the ball moving there and have some fun. And considering how out of pocket I can usually tend to be on here, depending on the day. I only need a mic and that's about it. Hey, I think the mic problem. I think that might be easy for you. Like you're pretty straightforward about these kind of things. I know you probably won't go for like expensive one immediately or whatnot. At least don't do what I did. If I had went for the immediate big pricey shit right off the bat. Yeah, bills come first. Yeah, don't worry, I get it, man. It costs to live. But honestly, on my end, it was like a mixture of like schoolwork, all that stuff. And surprisingly, having a good grade and all that stuff. It's creative writing. I mean, who the hell would fail creative writing? But Universe 3, yeah, don't worry, I'll check it out. I'll check that shit out. But it's just kind of looking at the stuff I was just dealing with in the background and all that. It's like, anyway, I am glad I managed to get through that. Because I will admit, I did get through a fair share of problems, which did give character development for me. Nick Phil creator. God damn. Damn. Oh no. Actually, hold on. Let me turn this down a bit. That way, my voice doesn't go immediately. I don't black out in case I speak too loud. There, I'll put this right here. I'll just end up having to speak loud anyways. So Dick fail creative writing. I am okay. That doesn't shock me in hindsight, without how much we talked about it in the past. But in all seriousness, though, at least what I was doing with it and all that, it did give me character development and all that. At least a bit more self-awareness. At least to say, whatever fucked up shit does happen, I do have the agency to do something about it instead of let it kind of just fuck me over, or wait for someone to talk to me about it. Like I gotta be able to push back and all that, while still maintaining the self-awareness that I can at least still reach out to others for help. I got push myself up to be able to reach for that too, instead of just wallowing it. Because that's what will do people in. And that's a moment of just kind of just being real with anyone watching. Yeah. One day at a time. Oh yeah. I mean, hell, in all honesty, on the side, I have been given the major I'm in for like whole game art and development and all that stuff. I have been doing some practice of like looking at games that I know has potential. And I'm kind of sitting there like, okay, how would I rework this as a game that I would want to view it as, or play it as? I mean, hell, I looked at another game. Coward Valord, and Valor Cower. I can't believe I said his name wrong the first time. And Chile, we did talk about something briefly. I was kind of thinking. I was like, okay, how would fucking it's kind of funny thinking about it, but it was like, how would Genshin Impact work if it played like if it was made by Platinum Games and Team Ninja and all that? I actually sat down, worked on skill sets and stats and all that, and I even looked at the fucking lore of the game. Crazy as it sounds, it is actually kind of M-rated, but it's just kind of like rated T for teen due to like pastel gotchas, all this stuff without trying to dictate the game, all that. But that's just kind of how I kind of looked at it and all that stuff. Like I even looked at like this stuff, like imagine like the parry systems and even stuff like that, because I wanted to practice, at least put some ideas first, so I can at least practice, look at it from like whole game dev or perspective of like, okay, how would I want to do like say my own stuff in the future, or even another game that I do like on how I would imagine it being better. Wink wink nudge 15, and just something like that. But basically, yeah, I've been experimenting a bit. Rated T for teens, for you'll have issues. Anyways, rated for 34 for you'll have issues. Yeah. I won't get into the whole logic and all that stuff of the whole film race and all that stuff, and the death himself. Listen, it's a match made in hell for both of them. If they want their oppression fantasy, hell, fuck it, they can have it. They can have it. They don't even like playing as traditional main characters. Apparently, they like playing as cucks. I am not kidding when I say that. I got the receipts to prove that shit, but you know what? I don't want to do that. This ain't about them. I'm not going to give them the limelight for this. Because as Valor put it, put it straight with me, and I did talk about this shit. He did straight up ask and point out the issue, like, yeah, that's cool what you're making, but bro, you're making that for pedophiles. I'm sort of like, okay, hold on. Or not, okay, maybe majority of the bar, but well, hold on. That's what it also kind of boils down to. This is why I like ZGT. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even then they're facing problems. So hey, at least they're honest about it. Honestly, the day you ever look at fucking Punching Gray Raven or fucking Wuthering Waves or whatnot, I mean, hell, that also might be up your alley too. Depending on if you ever decide to give it a shot. I don't know. That's up to you though. But enough of that. Oh, Blade Waves? Oh, how was it for you? All right, let's see here. Xenoverse 2, Future Saga Chapter 4 in this summer. It's all right. Oh, okay, that's cool. Hey, at least you got some enjoyment out of it. That's good. I feel that. I feel it. I feel it. I feel like for me, it kind of hits worse when it's an IP that has like a really big potential, like to make like say like a side game or something for it. Kind of like how Grand Blue did it for Relink and all that stuff. Then you look at fucking Hoyoverse with Genshin, and it's like, now we don't need to. We make billions off the character as it is. And it's like, damn. But that's just the way shit is. Sadly, they won't budge. Fanbase won't budge. What can you do? But I'm still shocked that Xenoverse 2 is still going. Future Saga Chapter 4. This, be honest, if Xenoverse 2 is still going when Xenoverse 3 drops, it'd be exasperated to a point where it's like, bro, ow, oh. All right, the anniversary announcement trailer. All right. All right, let me go ahead and pause some music. All right, it is time. Wait, is the last DLC? Sure, okay then. Let me go ahead and put this in full screen. C2. All right, let's see what we got. I should probably turn up the volume just in case. All right. What about quality? Quality all good? Yeah, quality's good. Okay, great. All right, we should be set. All right, ready? My screen just go up? Shit, never mind. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. Starting reaction in 3, 2, 1. All right. Age 1000. Okay, Capsule Corpse. Bizarre. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I remember that music. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, Piccolo. Okay, yeah, this is actually kind of different. Shit. Hello, not Videl. That's a new. Okay.
My new song's out. Hope you like it.
Okay.
Look alive! Another
Oh,
incident in New City.
superhero.
That's your cue to head out and take care of it.
Moma.
All right, Brett. Ready?
Hey,
Oh,
Brett.
yeah.
Okay, that's new. If that's what the new Time Patroller territory armor presents, brother, he's dead. If that's what the new Time Patroller look like, then that's the new direction. New game project, age 1000. All right, so what am I gonna do for Xenoverse 3? Because that could. Great.
Hey, partner. The incident should be just up ahead. Careful, though. I might just steal the spotlight
Shit,
myself.
this is different from 2.
Now, here comes the hero.
Okay. Wait, what's at the end? What's this? Nigga, open your eyes. Nigga, fuck Conton City. This is where it's at. Oh.
That's gonna hurt tomorrow.
That's instant.
Wow, you really caught me off guard.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, not Boma. How the fuck you gonna crash in somebody else's crib? That's a beautiful logo. Holy shit.
We got the most disturbing doorbell footage by abysmal detective.
I mean, that's cool in that city, but I don't want to see horror right now. Let's do that verse 3. Shit. Ew. Yeah, you told me it was different. You told me it was different. Jesus Christ. One hell of a teaser slash appetizer, because what the fuck? What the fuck is different? It is absolutely different. That's what they've been working on this whole time. You know what? I gotta hand it to them, because it is a fucking step up. Can we now compare that to? I don't think 3 and 1 does not belong in the same conversation at all. I don't know. To be so honest with you, after seeing that. All right. All right. I did say I was gonna do. I was gonna watch Bakugo versus the other character from Chainsaw Man. Funny enough, I still remember the fucking ending from Chainsaw Man. Oh. But yeah, I'm still in shock from fucking that Xenoverse 3, the whole announcement shit. Like at first when I saw the art style, I was like, okay, it's different. But then the music changed. I was like, oh, okay. And then seeing the new Kai, I'm like, oh yeah, she's different. Shit. Okay, Dragon Ball Z is getting with the time. Don't it's not for Bakugo. Oh, good. Then I'll still watch it. I consider that a good thing. Uh, that does make me morbidly curious. Oh, but even then, do you still recommend I just skip it entirely and just move on, or because I can just look at the fight or something and probably at least just get a laugh out of it, or I can probably just watch something else while I'm at it. All right, right, fair enough. Skipping that fight entirely. Ooh. Dragon Ball Z Universe Future Saga Chapter 4. Oh. Oh, Fighters is back. Sweet. Actually, now that I'm kind of curious with the mention of seeing Dragon Ball Z Universe 2 Future Saga Chapter 4, I can probably see what this trailer is all about. Since Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Oh fuck. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch this. Just to see what this is all about.
It has been a while, huh? We've been through
Yeah,
so
it's been-
much. More than I think we ever expected. To get history back on track, we've taken down all kinds of foes. Time and time again.
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
to repent for your pride is upon you. Seems everyone's doing their best to piss me off.
You have what it takes to stop me.
Make me a god.
The pain's gonna be intense, but I won't let you die from it. That much I can guarantee.
Pretty soon, we'll be gone.
Hello?
History, the future, protect it all.
Is this a dark ending?
Now, the final battle begins now.
Is that a black? Yeah, that looks like a damn black hole. Dragon Ball Z. This is final DLC. Okay. goddamn abyss from what it looks like.
This power, it's different from any I've ever had. Think you can keep up?
The
Feel free
last
to
patrol
try.
begins.
We got some offensive memes from Marginless.
That's crazy, Internet City. I didn't ask. The DLCs are over. Oh fuck! I didn't. Oh fuck! I just realized I forgot to switch screens. Go in the full screen mode when I was watching that. Fuck. But you know what? I still. This guy's been doing it out of watching that though. Oh no. I mean, what the hell? I'm gonna be uploading it this whole entire stream anyway, so. Okay. Oh, Dreadstorm Virgil. Oh. Woman caught right. Nah, I'm not gonna look. Hell no. Hell no. Oh, and not world's most hated streamer. Um, how every legendary samurai died. You know, I'm morbidly curious on that one right there. Wait, what? Mirror's Edge ripoff makes original developer crash out. Line X Mirror's Edge. Ah. Didn't hear anything about that. I mean, I could probably give that a watch. I mean, I'm kind of like internally choosing between this and how every legendary samurai died. Yeah, fuck it. I could probably just look at how every legendary samurai died. Fuck it, why not? I'll still come back to what happened to the Mirror's Edge game or whatever. Same two. All right, let's see what we got. Fuck. Super Saiyan 4. Okay, I'll watch it. I'll come back to this. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, they did add it. Huh. All right, Kid Boo.
This guy's not gonna be easy to take down.
what's the transformation look like in this game? Okay, Super Saiyan 3. Damn, I bitched instantly. All right. Oh?
Thanks for pushing me to my limit. I trained harder because of you.
Okay. Woo. Damn.
2 Super Saiyan 4s, huh? This should be fun. Challenge. This is where the fight ends. Ultra Big Bang Kamehameha!
Okay, yeah, that's actually really cool.
This is the power of Super Saiyan 4.
As cool as it is, I'm a little bit bothered that there's a missing patch of fur right here. I mean, I get it, but it still kind of bothers me a little bit. Damn. Damn. Actually, you know what I find crazy? They added Super Saiyan 4 into here, but they won't add, but they'll never add Super Saiyan 4 into fucking Xenoverse. At least for the custom characters, like, damn. This is a small joke that just kind of went in my head. But you know what? It is actually really cool. At least finally see Super Saiyan 4 here. At least shown off. In a in a, in a really practical, cool manner. That also doesn't diminish GT Super Saiyan 4 as well. So you know what? I can definitely take that too. They're both cool. They're both cool in their own right. I don't know much about Daima. I never really kind of sat down to watch it. I couldn't take it seriously for the life of me. I always had the thought. I always had the thought on it. It's like I wanted to give Daima a try, Bill, but looking at it, I was like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna check out here. Uh, because I will be straightforward when I say this. I want to say like say like I dislike. Oh yeah, because Super Saiyan 4 was canon and all that stuff. It's like okay, yeah, that's a reason to at least check it out. But for those, I will say this wholeheartedly, as a guy that loved Toriyama's works and all that stuff. Uh, I'll say this: I never loved all his works and all that. Be straightforward here, and especially how he made Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta look. Well, granted, I know the form people may like the new version of Super Saiyan 3 and how it looks on him. In my wholehearted opinion, it looks fucking stupid on him. And I say that as a guy that loves the series and all that stuff. And I will give a genuine constructive criticism on it. But for people that does use Because Akira Toriyama, he poured he made a passion. You can't you can't insult him. Like he died and all that. It's like if people are gonna use a man's death just to defend, just to defend that, that's kind of a little bit hollow, at least in my opinion. I don't mean for this. I don't mean for this topic spiral in this direction. That was only had because of his death. There, I said it. I mean, that's really all it was for the most part. I mean, we gotta be honest here. I'm not saying we aren't throwing this out there to be dicks. We're just throwing this out there just to be honest. Not everything Akira Toriyama was constantly gold. Yeah, he made some weird things. Hell, look at when he originally made the androids 19 and Dr. Gero. His editors back then during the 90s literally made him make Cell because of how those two looked. It's like they looked way too fucking silly. And it's like fucking make Cell, bro. It's like that's really what it was. Like I'm sorry to rip off the rose tinted glasses, everyone watching. But I'm saying this as a guy that does care and wants to be transparent. Ironic coming from me. Transparent on some of the stuff, at least when it comes to this sort of thing. You can dislike me. That's cool. I get it. But at least know that I'm trying to be real with you. Other than that, for this, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I hope at least for Xenoversary, there's a reason editors exist. Yeah, even then, editors in Shonen Jump, they can. I'll say this right now: they can be fucking dicks, and I will say that as an honest guy. After looking into them, talking about it, and all that stuff, uh, it's like they can either help you or they will fuck you. There is no in between. Uh, Especially with how Shonen Jump is run. It's like back in the 90s, they were good, decent. Oh yeah. But in later times, no, no, definitely not in later times. But overall, though, it's just it's just bear in mind. If you like, do biggest example, Bleach. Yeah, yeah. Tai Kubo did not want to adhere to the shit that Shonen was trying to make him do. Because if they try to make Bleach feel like other animes or other mangas and animes and stuff that's coming out, then it breaks up what Bleach was trying to do. Uh, that seems that it did have, and all that stuff. Because like if you try to make Bleach go through, I don't know, fucking Dragon Ball shit or whatnot. I mean, it kind of does kind of border on that at points, but it knows when to rein it back in a little bit. But if it tried to make it like go full on in that regard, like how Naruto Shippuden did, then it's like, oh fuck. And it's like, yeah, it kind of goes a little bit nuts. Sometimes nuts in a good way, sometimes nuts in a bad way, and sometimes nuts in the way where it's like, what the fuck am I even watching? Fuck Naruto. I liked part one Naruto. Uh, Shippuden. Shippuden is it's a wee bit complicated because it's like Shippuden had some good stuff at times, but others it's like no, especially the sequels for Naruto. Okay, yeah, I agree with you there. I'm not really a big fan of Boruto. like I kind of stopped caring about it and moved on, like a normal person would. Like I know it has the whole blue vortex going on and all that stuff. Like later in manga, it's like it's like we don't. It's like it's not really talked about. Vortex. Yeah, yeah. See exactly. It's like the crazy thing is that it's apparently popular and stuff, uh, in Japan and all that due to manga sales. But then again, that's cool and all. People like it, sure, but it's not really talked about all that much. Except for like it's just kind of became more niche, if anything. Uh, but hey, for those that do like it, hey, power to you. But for those that did check out, thank God. But I'll say, I'll just say, like the fucking war in Japan. That's where shit kind of went off the rails. In the West, anime tastes have changed. Oh yeah, oh yeah, it has changed drastically. Uh, like I won't try to go into the whole philosophical or fucking or cinematic argument of like, oh, people have now developed the taste of style over substance. I mean, to be honest, some shit has been style over substance, and even in the early 2000s, to be so honest with you, man. But now it just seems more like at times bloat over style and then substance. Because I mean, some of the shit just ends up all being the same. Once a year, they pick a new anime to be the best, only shit on it. That next year, yeah. And I can tell you why the majority of animes usually kind of feel like the same, except for like if you want to watch like Slice of Life or something, or hell, like the short animes that has potential but end up kind of being like a bit baddish, but still has potential. Or hell, even the whole isekais and all that stuff, which they may seem initially similar, is because it's what sells apparently. Uh, No, look at it like this. Remember when Black Clover first came out? People were giving it shit because of Asa yelling. He is like people saw him as like as a fucking knockoff Natsu. Yeah, in some regard, like it's like yeah, of course it does. It's like look at how Black Clover first started off until things kind of kicked off a little bit. When it improved. That's kind of that's kind of one of the points here. It's like Shonen Jump and usually other animes usually sells usually the same kind of stuff is because it's generally what people are gravitating towards. Still can't get over the Black Hole PS4 video game. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. It's been a few years since we last saw it. And you mentioned it. We both agreed that yeah, this is shit. And it's like, oh god, oh god, and it's like, ew, what is that? Actually, wait, no. Hold on. No, this is the reaction. Both. And I know. I. This is the reaction both me, me and you had when we looked at the Black Clover game.
Holy Jesus! What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, Private Pile?
Oh, that's basically basically that. Shocking news. Fairy Tail is coming back. Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Miyamoto Musashi.
Didn't know it's coming back. Shit, that means I better finish up watching the anime then, because where the hell was that? Oh yeah, I was at the. I think I was in the Agnologia fight with between Natsu's dad and him. Yeah, I got finished up on that, so I can at least get to under your quest. The original manga. Oh shit! Damn. Woo! The Dark Conspiracies of Assassin's Creed. You know, I will actually sit down and watch that. Shit. Shit, maybe I'll probably watch that on my own time. Okay. Let me go ahead and get this started, because shit. Let's give it a shot.
Miyamoto Musashi. On June 13th, 1645, 61-year-old Miyamoto Musashi sat kneeling in a cave called Reigondo near Kumamoto.
Okay, from what I know about Miyamoto Musashi, if we're since we're going to be talking about history stuff for a bit, I don't know too much on him. I know he was a fucking goated as hell swordsman. Yeah, I said goated as hell. Can't believe I actually said that. Fuck it. I think the brain rot getting to me, man. I think it's getting to my brain. It's getting to my fucking head like it's the flood. Shade, put me down. But realistically though, I know that Miyamoto was like a really good swordsman. That's like traveled fucking all over, like dual wielding katanas and all that bit. Like I think I recall having like a whole ass fucking fucking samurai book or some sort of like a book on like samurai shit. I did give to one of my old buddies in the past before me and him split. Bro, Sparking Zero has a new game mode. As a what now? Oh shit. Oh, just drop that in the Discord chat real quick so I can click on the link. Uh, I saw it on IG, but I'll go ahead and watch it after this. But from what I know about Musashi, he is actually I don't know much else about Musashi. I tried to be a history buff only to realize, yeah, I'm kind of a dumb fuck who forgot. Shit. Let me shut my ass up and watch. I tried.
Musashi had spent decades as Japan's most feared swordsman, fighting 61 duels to the death and never losing a single one. He developed a revolutionary two-sword fighting technique
close.
and written treatises on strategy that influenced military thinking for centuries.
And then we have a whole game on him. What are the odds?
By 1645, Musashi had retired from dueling. He'd spent his final years as a hermit, living in the cave and dedicating himself to philosophy, painting and writing. His body had begun failing. He developed thoracic cancer that caused pain and difficulty breathing. Musashi knew his death was approaching. Rather than seeking medical treatment or comfort, he chose to spend his remaining time in solitude and contemplation. He sat at a small wooden desk in the cave, writing by candlelight. In his final weeks, Musashi composed the Dokudo, meaning the way of walking alone. This brief text contained 21 precepts for living an independent, disciplined life. The rules reflected his lifetime of martial experience distilled into philosophical wisdom. On June 13th, Miyamoto Musashi died while kneeling at his desk in Reigondo Cave. The man who'd killed dozens of opponents in single combat died peacefully from natural causes, a writing brush in his hand rather than a sword. Musashi's death was extraordinary precisely because it was ordinary. The deadliest swordsman in Japanese history never fell in battle. He died undefeated, his perfect record intact. His writings.
You know, that's actually at least one of the nicest ways to go out. At least he died. Yeah, at least he died peacefully, not of natural causes. But hey, he still maintained his his record. So yeah,
particularly the Book of Five Rings and the Dokudo, became foundational texts in Japanese martial philosophy. Saigo Takamori. On September 24th, 1877.
okay, I don't know who this guy is, but I think this might be maybe a bit of a history lesson for me here. So we'll go ahead and see.
49-year-old Saigo Takamori stood on Shiroyama Hill near Kagoshima, surrounded by government forces. Saigo had been one of the architects of the Meiji Restoration, helping overthrow the Tokugawa shogunate and restore imperial rule. However, he'd grown disillusioned with the new government's modernization policies and treatment of the samurai class. Saigo had led the Satsuma Rebellion, the last...
Okay, all right. Wait. I feel like with the mention of that, treatment of the samurai class and all that, with all that being said, I don't know why, but I'm starting to get a little bit of flashbacks to the last samurai movie. I don't know why. I could be getting from like being the wrong parts of history for all I know, but with the whole modernization and treatment of the samurai class, which kind of did kick off some thoughts. I want to throw that out there before I continue watching this. Uh, I dead ass could be wrong. Also, wait, hold on, my mom's calling me. Oh, just my mom asked me to turn the porch light on. I'll be right back. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So, I'm getting Last Samurai flashbacks here, so this may or may not be the case here for all I know.
Major samurai uprising against the imperial...
Also, right, and samurais are also kind of dicks way back then as well. Sure, there was some that had like the whole honor stuff, but holy shit, it is not like what people think they were. Not at all. Because you also gotta remember, want to be a samurai, you also gotta be like a whole noble and shit and all that stuff. And they, during the whole feudal era, they did not. Let's just say they didn't exactly look. They didn't exactly treat peasants or whatnot as like the whole uh equal thing as you may be thinking or whatnot. It's a bit. It's a bit of a slippery slope if you want to like try to rationalize it. I might have some people who may or may not try to correct me and all that, but I'm just going off of what I remember. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. I'll have to look look at it instead of just rely on info from video games. But hey, let's figure I'd at least try to spend some information from what I know. Don't take my word for it, but just take it as just from what I know.
Government. For months, his forces fought against the modern conscript army, equipped with rifles and artillery. By September 1877, Saigo's rebel army had been reduced to a few hundred men trapped on Shiroyama. The Battle of Shiroyama began before dawn on September 24th. Government forces numbering over 30,000 attacked from all sides. Saigo's remaining samurai fought with traditional swords and spears against overwhelming firepower. The battle was hopeless. During the fighting, a bullet struck Saigo in the hip. He fell, unable to stand. As government forces closed in, Saigo knew capture was imminent. According to samurai tradition, he decided to commit seppuku, ritual suicide, to preserve his honor. However, his injury prevented him from performing the ritual properly. Saigo couldn't maintain the kneeling position required for seppuku. His loyal lieutenant, Beppu Shinsuke, had to support him physically while Saigo attempted to cut his abdomen. Unable to complete the ritual himself, Saigo gave the signal. Beppu performed kaishaku, the act of beheading to end suffering during seppuku. Saigo Takamori died on Shiroyama Hill. The Battle of Shiroyama marked
Yeah, I
the end of
think
the
this
samurai
might be
era.
the whole shit
Saigo
for the
became
last
known as the
samurai
last
movie.
samurai, though his
Yeah,
story bore little
yeah,
resemblance to the Hollywood film. He died fighting for a
that was
world that
fucking
was
right.
disappearing, killed by the modernization
Hey,
he'd
I'm
helped
not
create.
dumb.
Oda Nobunaga. On June 21st,
Yeah.
1582, 47-year-old Oda Nobunaga was staying at Honnoji Temple in Kyoto.
Oh,
Nobunaga
Oda Nobunaga. Okay, I think I recall. Oh shit, I remember the whole stuff with the Yasuke stuff. Ah, oh man. Oh boy, I remember the whole Yasuke controversy, controversy, and all that stuff, especially for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Whew. Okay.
had spent decades unifying Japan through brutal military campaigns and political maneuvering. He controlled approximately half of Japan's provinces and was on the verge of complete dominance. His ruthless tactics had made him both feared and hated. That morning, Nobunaga was at the temple, with only a small retinue of guards. Most of his army was away on distant campaigns. One of his trusted generals, Akechi Mitsuhide, was supposed to be marching west to join another campaign. Instead, Mitsuhide turned his army toward Koito. Around dawn, Akechi Mitsuhide's 13,000 troops surrounded Honnoji Temple. Nobunaga woke to the sounds of gunfire and his guards fighting. He initially thought it was a minor disturbance, but quickly realized the temple was under full assault. Nobunaga grabbed a bow and fought from inside the temple, shooting at attackers. However, the situation was hopeless. He was vastly outnumbered, and Mitsuhide's forces were setting fire to the temple buildings. As flames engulfed Honnoji, Nobunaga retreated into the interior of the burning temple. Knowing death was certain, he chose to commit seppuku rather than be captured or killed by his enemies. He performed the ritual suicide as the temple burned around him. Oda Nobunaga died inside the flaming temple. However, his body was never found. The intense fire
I
reduced
mean,
everything to ash, and no remains could be definitively identified as Nobunaga's. The absence of a body sparked centuries of speculation. Some theorists claimed Nobunaga escaped and lived in hiding. However, he almost certainly died in the temple, his body simply consumed entirely by the flames. The disappearance of Japan's most
yeah.
powerful warlord's remains added mystery to his already legendary status. Sanada Yukimura. On June 3rd, 1615,
Sana.
48-year-old Sanada Yukimura fought in the
Okay,
summer siege
this
of
one I
Osaka,
genuinely
the
don't
final
know.
battle that would establish Tokugawa dominance over Japan. Yukimura had allied with the Toyotomi clan against Tokugawa Ieyasu's forces. He was renowned as the Crimson Demon for his red armor and fearless combat.
I'm not gonna lie. Whoever drew this helm, I know it may be probably like a real life, yeah, samurai helm and all that stuff. But this low key, it, like dead ass reminds me of like, I think of the samurai helm that fucking Jin's dad had in Ghost of Tsushima. Like Like if this helmet is actually like a legit actual helmet on it, it's like okay, yeah, shit. I see where that Sucker Punch was getting inspiration from. If this is also a legitimate helmet design, which I may have to look up later. Because I don't want to be that one guy that goes, oh, they got this from Ghost of Tsushima. I would at least have some self-awareness here.
That day, Yukimura led a desperate assault directly at Tokugawa Ieyasu's command post. His forces broke through multiple defensive lines, coming closer to killing the future shogun than anyone else in the battle. Tokugawa's forces were thrown into chaos. However, Yukimura's men were outnumbered and eventually forced to retreat. The fighting had been intense. Yukimura himself had been in constant combat for hours. By the time his forces fell back, he was physically exhausted. Yukimura made his way to a small shrine called Yasui Shrine. He removed his distinctive red helmet and sat down against a tree to rest. His body could no longer continue fighting. Enemy soldiers soon spotted him sitting there. According to historical accounts, when the soldiers approached, Yukimura recognized that escape was impossible. He reportedly said, "I am Sanada Yukimura. Take my head." He made no attempt to defend himself or flee. The soldiers killed Yukimura where he sat. His head was taken as proof of his death. Sanada Yukimura, who'd fought so fiercely just hours before, died too exhausted to resist. His final words acknowledged both his identity and his acceptance of death.
You know what?
Yukimura became a legendary figure in Japanese culture, celebrated for his bravery and
At
loyalty,
least he got a quick
despite
end.
fighting on the losing side of
That's all we
history.
know.
Iesuji Kenshin. On April 19th, 1578,
An image of him sitting on a
48-year-old
toilet. That's
Iesuji
crazy.
Kenshin collapsed in his castle's lavatory. Kenshin, known as the Dragon of Echigo, had been one of the most powerful warlords of the Sengoku period. He'd fought numerous campaigns and was famous for his rivalry with Takeda Shingen. On the morning of April 19th, Kenshin had been experiencing stomach pain. He went to the lavatory and collapsed there. Servants found him unconscious. He never regained consciousness and died 4 days later on April 23rd. The official cause of death was likely a stroke or similar medical emergency. However, the circumstances of his death in the lavatory sparked legends. One persistent story claimed an assassin had hidden in the cesspit beneath Kenshin's toilet for days, then speared him from below at his most vulnerable moment. While the assassination story is almost certainly false, it became part of Kenshin's legend. The idea that such a powerful warlord could be killed by an enemy hiding in human waste appealed to storytellers. The truth, that he died from natural causes while using the toilet, was both more mundane and more human. Kenshin's death left his domain without a clear successor, leading to internal conflict. The man who'd survived countless battles died suddenly from illness. Akechi Mitsuhide.
Yeah,
On
that's
July
crazy.
2nd, 1582, 54-year-old Akechi Mitsuhide was fleeing through...
It's just, imagine him just going up and just being yes. All right. It's like, all right, bro, how'd you die? I died while taking a shit. You know what? Pain is real. It's like that's just one thing, but dying while getting speared up the ass on a toilet, while sitting on a toilet. It may sound legendary when you put it like that on paper, but then when you actually stop and say it out loud, he died from taking something up the ass. Oh my god. I know it's not meant to be a comedy, but if you really think about it, it's kind of funny. Oh my god.
The countryside near Kyoto. Just 11 days earlier, Mitsuhide had committed one of the most shocking betrayals in Japanese history. He'd attacked his lord Oda Nobunaga at Honnoji Temple, forcing Nobunaga's death. Mitsuhide had briefly seized power, but his reign lasted only 13 days. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, one of Nobunaga's other generals, rushed back from a distant campaign and defeated Mitsuhide's forces at the Battle of Yamazaki. After the battle, Mitsuhide fled with a small group of retainers. They traveled through the countryside, trying to reach safety. Mitsuhide wore expensive golden armor that marked him as a high-ranking warrior. As Mitsuhide's group passed through a village called
pride will do
Ogarusu,
you
they
in.
encountered local farmers. One farmer, seeing the golden armor, realized this was someone valuable. The farmers attacked with bamboo spears, hoping to claim the armor and any reward. In the chaotic struggle, a bamboo spear struck Mitsuhide. The wound was serious enough that he couldn't continue fleeing. Realizing capture was imminent, Mitsuhide committed seppuku to avoid being taken alive. His head was then taken by the farmers. The man who'd killed Oda Nobunaga, one of Japan's most powerful warlords, died at the hands of peasants with improvised weapons. The golden armor that should have protected him had instead marked him as a target. Akechi Mitsuhide's death was as ignominious as his brief rule. Ishida Mitsunari.
Some jokes
On
just
November
write
6,
themselves, I guess.
1600, 40-year-old
Or just
Ishida
poetic
Mitsunari
justice.
was executed in Kyoto. Mitsunari had been one of the leaders of the Western coalition at the Battle of Sekigahara, the decisive battle that gave Tokugawa Ieyasu control of Japan. The Western coalition had lost, and Mitsunari was captured. As a high-ranking prisoner, Mitsunari was paraded through Kyoto before his execution. Large crowds gathered to see the defeated general. He was sentenced to death by beheading. On the day of his execution, Mitsunari was brought to the execution ground. As was customary, he was offered a final drink of water. However, the guard didn't have water immediately available, and instead offered Mitsunari a dried persimmon. Mitsunari refused the persimmon. When asked why, he explained that persimmons were bad for digestion. The guard and witnesses were stunned by this response. Mitsunari was about to be beheaded, yet he was still concerned about his digestive health. The incident became famous as an example of Mitsunari's character. Even facing imminent death, he maintained concern for his body's well-being. Some interpreted this as absurd, others as an example of extreme discipline and presence of mind. Moments later, Ishida Mitsunari was beheaded. His head was displayed publicly as a warning to anyone who might oppose the Tokugawa. The man who'd carefully refused a persimmon for health reasons died seconds later. Hijikata Toshizo. On June 20th, 1869, 34-year-old Hijikata Toshizo fought in the Battle of Hakodate on the northern island of Hokkaido. Hijikata was the vice commander of the Shinsengumi, a special police force that had fought for the Tokugawa shogunate during Japan's Civil War. After the shogunate's fall, Hijikata and other loyalists had retreated to Hokkaido to continue resistance. The Battle of Hakodate was one of the last major engagements of the Boshin War. Imperial forces, equipped with modern weapons and ships, vastly outnumbered Hijikata's forces. The battle was essentially the final stand of those who opposed Japan's modernization.
He got shot, didn't
During
he?
the fighting, Hijikata led a cavalry charge against Imperial positions. He rode at the front, wielding both traditional weapons and a modern rifle. As his forces advanced, Imperial troops opened fire with rifles. A bullet struck Hijikata in the lower back as he charged on horseback. The wound was serious. He fell from his horse. His men tried to help him, but Hijikata Toshizo died from the gunshot wound on the battlefield. His death marked a symbolic moment. Hijikata had been one of the last samurai warriors actively fighting against modernization. His death by rifle fire, rather than sword, exemplified the transition Japan was undergoing. The age of the samurai was ending, replaced by modern warfare. Hijikata's body was buried in Hakuda. He became a legendary figure, representing the samurai spirit, fighting against inevitable change. His death effectively marked the end of the samurai era in Japan. Takeda Shingen. On May 13, 1573, 51-year-old Takeda Shingen died during a military campaign. Shingen had been one of the most powerful warlords in Japan, controlling substantial territory and commanding a formidable army. His rivalry with Usugi Kenshin had produced some of the era's most famous battles. In 1573, Shingen was leading his army toward Kyoto, intending to overthrow the shogunate. However, he fell ill during the campaign. The exact cause is disputed. Some accounts claim he...
Okay, I don't mean, I'm just gonna pause this right here. Shogunate? Or you mean shogunate, right? Unless I'm tripping, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced shogunate.
He died from illness, possibly pneumonia. Others suggest he was shot by a sniper during a siege and died from infection. Regardless of the cause, Shingen realized he was dying. He gave final instructions to his generals. Most importantly, he ordered them to keep his death secret for 3 years. He wanted to prevent enemies from attacking while his clan transitioned to new leadership. Takeda Shingen died in his camp. His generals followed his orders. They concealed his death from everyone outside the innermost circle of retainers. Some accounts claim they used a body double, called a 𝔖𝔦𝔩𝔳𝔢𝔯𝔞𝔪, to impersonate Shingen at public appearances. For 3 years, the Takeda clan maintained the deception. Enemies who feared Shingen's military genius held back from attacking, believing he still lived. Messages and orders were issued in Shingen's name. The secret was maintained until the clan felt strong enough to reveal the truth. When the truth finally emerged, it shocked Japan. The man who'd been thought to command armies had been dead for years. Takeda Shingen's posthumous deception was perhaps his most successful strategy, buying his clan 3 crucial years. Minamoto no Yorimasa. On June 20th, 1180, 74-year-old Minamoto no Yorimasa faced defeat at the Battle of Uji. Yorimasa had been a respected warrior and poet of the late Heian period. He'd raised arms against the Taira clan, but was defeated at the Uji River. Realizing the battle was lost and capture was imminent, Yorimasa decided to commit suicide rather than face dishonor. What he did next became historically significant. Yorimasa retreated to the Byodoin temple near the battlefield. He took
somehow
out a fan
died
and
in the
composed a
temple.
death poem, writing it on the fan's surface. The poem reflected on his life and impending death. After finishing the poem, he performed seppuku, cutting his abdomen with his sword. This is considered one of the first clearly documented instances of ritual seppuku. While samurai had committed suicide before, Yorimasa's death established many elements that would become standard in the ritual. The death poem, the formal
dungeon
setting,
in Persona
and the
4. I
specific
can't wait to
method.
see what that is.
Minamoto no Yorimasa died at age 74, remarkable for the era. His death helped codify seppuku as the honorable death for defeated samurai. The practice would continue for nearly 700 years, becoming central to samurai culture. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for similar ones, and feel free to drop
All right, that's good to know. Good to know. Okay. How long have I been streaming for? An hour and 18 minutes? Not bad. Not bad at all. I can probably, Sparking Zero real quick. Oh, yeah, sure. You mind dropping the link from IG into the Discord chat real quick? Okay. Great. All right, what we got here? Limits? Okay. Oh, okay. Gohan. Oh.
Over here!
You're finished! It's just as the Mad Doctors intended.
Now, my final blow!
You cannot hope to defeat me.
Let's do this!
I want everything you've got! Take this!
Let's do
King
this.
Vegeta, okay.
Protect the peace of the whole galaxy. Check it. Here goes.
Oh, ooh, nice.
It was you against the universe, and you nearly won. I hope you can come back once more. but good.
Your evil can't be allowed to exist in this world.
I'll get you!
Fidel, join me!
I'm on it, Sandman!
Don't you mock me!
We're settling this right here and now!
I've come up with a fun new game! I got a favor
I hate this fucking character.
for ya!
All right, you ready?
Okay.
You have earned being crushed beneath my feet!
Gotcha!
If you can complete the task, I have a wonderful reward ready for you.
Well, are you ready? I'm not the same anymore.
Okay. Nice. The visuals are really popping the fuck off.
I'll knock you out in no time flat!
You're going to die, fool.
As I am now, I can more than easily take you on alone!
I can never forgive you.
Time to die!
I'm gonna do it! Put it on to this next attack!
Let's do it!
It's okay. I'll protect you. Don't worry.
Don't worry, Lord Frieza. I'll take care of everything.
Oh yeah, love me some Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Kamehameha! Break through the limit!
I'd say that GT shot was actually a really cool callback. You know, yeah. Oh no, I'm back. Available on summer 2026. All right. I'm making one hell of a comeback. Whew. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, I think in a way this has been a dopamine boost. This is definitely a dopamine boost. We got to see this game make a comeback, man. Dragon Ball Z Universe 2 is finally ending. Fighters made a comeback. Farca Zero made a comeback. We're getting Xenoverse 3. We're finally seeing some cool shit. And the story for Super is, well, it's still relatively the same and kind of ass, but you know what? We're still getting cool shit. Yeah, for Dragon Ball, yeah. Uh, dead ass. I still think. I still think. Uh, Actually, no. I can't take granola seriously. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. Although the one thing that still kind of boggles my mind in that fucking arc, uh, is the whole use of fucking Goku using like say Ultra Instinct or whatnot. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Just throwing this out there. The use of like Ultra Instinct. Okay, what the white hair failed. Reverts back to fucking black haired Ultra Instinct. Masters non-mastered Ultra Instinct. How the fuck do you master non-mastered Ultra Instinct? And then Frieza becomes black. Say let's talk for another. Yeah, I think we should. I think we should. Oh fuck. Yeah. I understand. I totally get it, man. I totally get it. Because this stream would turn from the fucking hour 27 minute is to fucking 3 to 4 hours of us just talking. But yeah, I totally get it, man. Six, damn, damn, okay, and that's just super. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh. Mm, mm. Fuck, I'm thirsty. Anyways, I probably will go ahead and maybe call it here. Uh, I'll be in the Discord for that call. See you later. Okay. Uh, I'll go ahead and call things here and end the stream. Glad to be back. And any of those that did pop in and all that stuff or just lurked, all that. Thanks for coming. Jade, thanks for being here, man. Uh, and as for YouTube, all right. Bye everyone.